All right, guys, welcome back. So we switched out for the Farawave catheter. I forgo having you guys watch me do pulmonary vein isolation. I'm sure that many people have seen that before. So we did do the left and the right veins. Just looking to see here. We covered this, correct, guys? Yeah.
I think so. I think one more septal stamp wouldn't hurt, but I think
Yeah.
you've got good isolation of the veins.
No, I agree. Let's do this one, and this should be good, Andrew. What do you think? Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So we always want to make sure we cover the anterior carina and posterior carina, and this tends to be the area you miss when you're doing Farawave ablations. So Farapulse, I should say. And we're going to anchor this. So our ablation strategy is veins posterior wall, cover the roof a little bit more anteriorly, and then do an anterior mitral line. And hopefully we terminate fib. If we don't, then we'll cardiovert, and then we'll try to put him back. And we'll map and sinus, make sure that we haven't missed anything. Check for block on the mitral line, and then try to induce again. If we induce again, we'll map again. All right, so that's good here. Let's see. Wires back. Yep. All right. And all right, so let's see where we missed on the posterior wall. So let's go back to posterior wall there. Yep.
Sure.
Thank you.
I can do single view for you.
Yep. That's good. Yeah, my brain's not good enough to look at all those things. All right, so this looks, this is new here, right? There's definitely signal on A and B. So let's do this here, Andrew. Expanded the posterior wall coverage a little bit lower than I normally do, just because of all the dispersion that was seen there. And I think now that this is not RF, it's safe to do that. I was always worried about doing that with radio frequency ablation. Try to track as I go. You can see clear contact on ice, in addition to the TPI indicator. So all kind of helpful. All right, so that's two there, Andrew. Let's take a look. Did I miss anywhere on the floor, guys?
We're checking now. I've got all of your lesions up here, all your shadows up. And then looking at the map as well. I think you've got good floor coverage.
It looks
we
like
can definitely move around and check for signal.
Yeah. This is the middle of the posterior wall. This has good contact. I don't know if I did this. Let's just do this while we're here. And then this, and then I think we've covered all the posterior wall.
Okay.
And then we'll start to come around and do the anterior mitral line.
Okay.
So again, we don't have an A line in, and we did not give and are not going to give nitroglycerin for the anterior mitral lines. I tend to not do that, but we'll keep an eye to make sure we don't get any SC segment changes, which, knock on wood, we have not. Okay, so veins and posterior wall are all good. Let's come around and do the anterior stuff. So.
Okay.
All right, so this is starting to come in that plane. Those blue dots down there at the bottom, or different color blue, I guess, is where we marked where the line wanted to start, right? So, so this is always the hard part, is reaching to this area. So let's see if we can get a little bit more sheath. There we go. All right, so I'm down on the V now. Let's come back from here, countering this catheter, give A and V there. Again, not the best ice picture. Let's see if I can get a little better coverage. Still countering back as we go. Come more anterior. Yeah, really tough to reach. Ugh. See if that helps. I may have to, all right, so that flipped me around.
Nice.
So let me see if I can get this, sorry. All right, so this is right in the middle, correct?
That's kind of more like
this is posterior.
Carinal, posterior, yeah.
Yeah, so let me come around then.
Can try to show you a more helpful view.
All right, so that's back out the right superior, correct? Yeah.
Yep.
So we can certainly start this way too, and come around this way. I usually like to start on the annular side if I can. So, all right. So again, that's out the superior vein.
Yep.
Superior. We already covered some of this stuff here. I would clock this catheter around there. All right.
Nice.
So that is all right. So this is probably slipped on me. Hold on one second. Yeah, I'm just trying to get to sit right in this area here. All right, so that's on the roof clearly.
Yeah.
And it looks like at least some of the poles are overlap here. So let's start here, Andrew, and then we'll start to come down. Let's see if I can cover those areas of highest dispersion. Tried to be a little bit more anterior with the stick when you're doing an anterior mitral line. Not too anterior, but the reach can sometimes be a little bit tricky. All right, that was 2.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure I'm good here. Yep. Spin this around too, see if that makes a difference. All right, there we go.
Nice.
Right, so, all right, this looks like we're starting to move in the right direction.
Yep.
All right, good here. Now I'm going to have to cover that roof area too. So, all right, let's do this. When we get closer to the annulus, then we'll do 3 pulses, Andrew, okay? Yep, we'll do. Potentially after this next one. All right, that was 2. Let me come, I'm going to try to come a little bit higher. All right, since we're here, let's do this.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to come up higher if I can. All right,
Yeah,
so
some good overlap on C there.
Yeah, I agree. Let's do this, Andrew.
Confirming and delivering. And here's 2.
All right, so I'm going to sneak up and see if I can get this, and see if this roof can be covered. So that's near the superior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wanted to see if I could get that area in between. Let's go ahead and do this. This should cover it in between
Nice,
the 2.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Confirming and delivering.
Thanks, Jimmy. See you, buddy. We'll do one more here.
And 2.
Looks like we hit most of that other red dispersion.
Yeah, I
All
think
right,
so.
that's good.
I think some overlap right here would be great.
Let me see where this catheter wants to go. There we go.
Nice.
All right, so let's do
Perfect.
this. Right here, Andrew.
Confirming and delivering.
All right, so that covers all the roof, and then I just have to
Mhm.
finish the rest of the anterior mitral line, the hardest part to reach for last. And then if we don't convert to sinus after these last few lesions, we'll cardiovert,
Here's 2.
and we'll map in sinus.
Great.
All right, so that covers the roof.
Mhm.
Looks like we got everything there. Let me just see if I can get the reach down to the bottom of the mitral annulus. Again, that's, as I mentioned earlier, the hardest place to reach, and also the most likely area to not block. Probably for that reason. And it's thicker tissue, I think. So let's see here. All right, so that's below the appendage there.
Mhm.
All right, that looks like it's touching you.
Very good contact. Yep.
I agree.
Mhm.
Let's do this.
Confirming and delivering.
Yeah, it's hard to
Yep.
see the picture, but yeah, it looks good. Might try to get one more. There's a far field V on E, but
Mhm.
see if I can get
2.
one more lower.
Confirming and delivering.
Let's do 3 here, Andrew. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, one last one.
Here's 3. Confirming and delivering. And that's 71 pulses.
Okay. What's the IFU max allowed? All right, that's V there. I don't know if there is one.
There's no max. There's no max
I was just
allowed,
wondering.
but yeah, we've seen higher risk. The number they typically are doing in studies is around 70.
Okay, so we're getting there. All right, let's do this. This will be the. Why don't we just do 2 for this one, Andrew?
Sounds good. Confirming and delivering.
Okay. I may want to do one last
And
one at that bottom.
here's two.
See, like in between there, between this lesion and this lesion.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, just because that anterior area tends to also cause some issues. All right, that was two there.
that was.
All right, so let me just see if I can. All right, now. All right, so I'm just looking to see, Ava, if I want to get a little bit more of this anterior spot here.
Okay.
So that has a little bit lower, right? So it looks like C is in
Yeah.
contact with that area in between.
Yeah, C's a little bit more kind of septal facing.
Yeah, like right on the anterior portion
Yep.
of the septum. Yeah, so
Yep.
let's do this last one.
Okay.
Coming on, confirming and delivering.
All right, cool. So, all right, so let's switch out for the grid, and then. Oh yeah, we got a two there. Right? Sorry, Andrew. Hold on one second. All right, I moved back to the same spot. Go ahead. Second one. I was too impatient.
And here's two, confirming and delivering.
All right, that should cover everything. So roof, anterior mitral line, posterior wall, veins.